So Bert Hellinger developed three levels of conscience. So this is another main concept of the work. Three levels of conscience. So what does it mean? So he talks about that we have an individual conscience or a personal conscience, yeah, which is about survival, which is about the good, the bad, the right, the wrong, whatever it needs me to be, like, which defines our values, which defines our beliefs, to be able to be part of a group. Let's say a group as a family, yeah. And it's a very narrow conscience. It was developed way back when we were living in the wild, and there was always a fear of being eaten away by wild animals, yeah. So there was always a fear in the child of being taken away or eaten away. So it's a conscience that a child develops in order to survive, to belong to that group, yeah. So that's the first level of conscience. Then we have the second level of conscience, which is the group conscience, yeah, the group conscience or the family conscience, yeah. So the family conscience is concerned with the survival of the group, with the survival of the family. So it does not take into account the morality. It's pre-moral. It's amoral in that way, yeah. So it does not take into, there is no right and wrong, good and bad about it. So that's the second level of conscience. Then the third level of conscience is the universal conscience or the overarching conscience, yeah. And we experience it in our lives when we feel flow, when we feel harmony, when we feel an ease in our lives. How is the individual conscience felt? It is felt at the level of the personality. So it comes up in forms of our behaviors or ways we cope with situations, ways in which we relate with people. We have different kind of ways of forming bonds and connections, yeah. So there are a lot of, we have these inbuilt defense mechanisms, inbuilt coping mechanisms, yeah. So it is felt at that level, the individual conscience. The group conscience is when that is usually when something is excluded in a group for the survival of that group, yeah. So somebody down the generations tries to remember that person who was excluded, and they can remember it in unhealthy ways, like illnesses, addictions, repeated patterns, stuckness, trouble in forming secure relationships, yeah. So in that way